Y'all, it breaks my heart that so many good men get taken for granted, get taken advantage of, and a lot of times women automatically assume that because you are a good quality man that you're going to stick around and you're going to tolerate the most foulest of charges, if you will. You know, like if a woman does something that is completely out of alignment, that is completely off limits and out of bounds, we do have it in our minds that, oh, he's a good guy, so he'll forgive me. He'll let me back in. He'll stick around. He'll tolerate and put up with whatever I dish his way. And that is just tragic that we treat a lot of the good men like that, because we don't understand that when a man takes on the responsibility and the role of being that man that is going to be the stand-up guy for us, being that guy that is going to polish us up, clean us up, help us out, that takes a lot for him to do, especially in today's times, to where a lot of the guys have come to realize that good work and good deed is oftentimes in vain. Nobody cares. There's no thank you. There's no appreciation. There's no reciprocation. It's just, well, you just did what you were supposed to do, right? So I want to say this to all of the good, solid men out there that may have been taken advantage of, that may have been taken for granted. I want to say, on behalf of all of the women out there, that I salute y'all, I respect y'all, I honor y'all, and thank you all so very much
I appreciate that.
for having a courteous heart. Thank you so much for being open and not allowing people's trespasses against you to jade you in any capacity. Salute to y'all.
Appreciate
Because
that.
I know that can be a very, very hard path to travel down when you are somebody that has a good nature. People do try to walk all over that and use that good nature against y'all. So salute to y'all. And I am sorry about how often you all are walked all over or just done badly, right? But y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. When I came across this video right here that somebody sent me over, I honestly could not believe my eyes nor my
Here
ears,
she go.
because for a woman to do this to the type of man that so many of us women want, need, and desire, crave, we pray for men like this. It's absolutely tragic. You know, I just, let's just play it, you all. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Okay? And my heart goes out to this brother, because you can tell he's heartbroken. You can tell this woman was probably the woman that he thought that he would have his first child with. Maybe they would have their first child together. You can tell that, you know, he probably saw a future with her. And for her to do the unthinkable to him, like it's just, it's heartbreaking, it's mind blowing, it's earth shattering. And let's just play it, okay? And again, y'all like the video.
Did I tell you to get out? Did I tell you to get out? Please. Get out. Get out. I'm not playing with you. Get out. Get out. Get out. Say what you need to say. Get it out.
I told you. I told you the most important thing I needed to tell you.
Okay. How? How did that happen? How are you pregnant? How are you pregnant?
I said, I'm gonna tell you.
So you had sex with someone else?
Did she say I'm pregnant, or did she say that we are pregnant?
By accident. I wasn't thinking. I was like intoxicated, and I don't know. Like one thing led to another. He started touching on me. He started kissing on me, and that got wet. And then
you got wet.
She playing. She
I don't
playing.
want to lose you, babe. Listen, you can
She
be the
playing.
dad.
Oh, yeah.
You can be the stepdad,
Be the
babe.
stepdad.
No, you won't even be the stepdad. You can be dad.
What about the
child.
Do I? Yo, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. After everything I did for you, how much you spent on this furniture? Nothing. How much you spent on rent? Nothing. You gonna try me like that? No, get out. Yo, get out.
You could be the
Get out.
stepdad.
I'm not playing stepdad. Stop saying that. I'm not playing stepdad. I'm not playing stepdad.
Don't leave me.
The door's right there. Get out. You need to get out. You need to get out. You need to get.
I don't even know why she would suggest that. Like, you can be the stepdad. Why would he want to? I don't get it. I was just watching a Netflix series, Sweet Bobby, I think it is, and the man. I haven't finished the episode, but the man was like, "Hey, I had a baby by my ex-wife, I think it is. That would mean that I slept with my ex-wife while I'm engaged to you, or I'm trying to get with you. And you know that. I'm having a baby by her. Okay, well, I can keep the baby, but she needs to go. That should have been your ticket to get off the train. Why are you signing up to be that? And then you're going to get mad at him because he told you what it was and you decided to stay. So why in this situation would a man want to accept that when he should be leaving? I don't get it. Like, I don't get how these modern women think.
Get out. Why are you still here?
Who's gonna take care of me?
That's not my problem. Who else do you have sex with?
I don't know like that.
Wow. Clear it. Just clear it. The door's right there. The door's right there. Get out. You ain't gotta pack nothing. You gotta just get out. The door's right there.
Y'all,
Foolishness.
that was a lot. Can you see the amount of frustration, the amount of pain, anger that this guy is harboring? And you can tell it's taking a lot for him to restrain himself.
Absolutely.
You know, and
Absolutely.
I'm going to assume that he recorded this. That way, you know, he could have evidence and proof that, look, this is what happened. This is the truth. You know, I told her to leave. I told her to get out. Just in case she tried to pull one up over him, you know, he would have proof and evidence of what really went down. But yeah, like, she cheated on this guy, and he's clearly the type of guy that would be a great provider, which would equate to him being a great husband, a great father. He said, look, how much money have you spent on this furniture, on rent, on anything for that matter? Nothing. I've been handling everything for you. And you're pregnant?
By another dude.
How? How are you pregnant when we've been strapping up or we've been being responsible? She goes on to say, oh, well, one thing led to another. I was drunk. He started kissing on me. I got wet. To say that you got wet is crazy.
Thank you.
Like,
that's what I was going to say.
Some details you just leave out, sis. Like, don't get into all the specifics because that's going to make it worse. But she outright admitted, like, yeah, like, I was drunk, which means she was being irresponsible and reckless.
As usual.
She was out here partaking and indulging in a certain lifestyle that, as a woman that is committed, should not be engaging and indulging in.
And that's why men be like, don't go out, don't hang out with these type of friends. Be cautious, be aware of your surroundings. But for some reason, these modern women don't get it.
And that's something good to highlight in and of itself. Y'all get the likes up. That's why it's important that once you are settled down, you're not out here in these streets hanging around certain individuals, hanging around in certain environments. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how that type of thing can transpire. You're under the influence. You're surrounded by a bunch of horny dogs. Like, one thing can absolutely lead to another.
Yep.
And that's also why it's important that men get with women who are trying to settle down.
But these modern women don't care about that. They know the risks, but they still take it because they don't care. They want that type of attention. They just, depending on what the dude looks like, they don't want it from brokies and dusties. They want it from a high value man that's making a lot of money. They gonna take it, even though they got you at home paying for all the furniture. They gonna take it.
She's on the same page as you. She doesn't care about club hopping and bar hopping. She doesn't care about being on the scene, being in the streets. She's ready and willing to take things to the next level. Because when y'all go after this type of female, you gotta know certain things come along with that.
Mm-hmm.
If she's prioritizing getting drunk, partying, clubbing, yeah, it's a recipe for
Y'all know what
disaster.
she about.
You know? So that's something to highlight. And also, I want to highlight the fact that through all of this that she did to this man, she's really in the mindset of, well, who's going to take care of me? And telling this man that he can play stepdaddy, and also
Stupid.
going as far as saying that they will just live a lie and never tell the unborn child the truth about this guy not being the biological father.
I just, that was a great point. Who's going to take care of me? You should have thought about that before you went and did what you did. Number one. Number two, why don't you go back and ask that guy? Apparently, he had the grand plan. Apparently, he was so great that he could talk himself into your pants. So let him talk you into how y'all going to take care of this child, where you going to stay, how you going to get your bills paid. Like, why are you asking me that type of stupid stuff? And it's funny that this is what you go to. Who's going to take care of me? Instead of, how can I make it up to you? Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. And really trying to be, I'm not saying that he's going to take it back, or he should, but really being on your P's and Q's. It's really sorry from the perspective of, well, I don't want to get kicked out because this was my golden goose. That's really what it is, versus I feel bad for what I actually did. Stupid.
Girl, get the hell up out of here. So right on him for telling her, girl, just leave me alone. We're done. It's over. Because the audacity for her to even have that type of thought process, to even want to bring a child into a situation to where it's on shaky, faulty, dishonest grounds is
Yep.
just crazy.
Yep.
And this is how we keep bringing up children into these dead end cycles of just dysfunction and confusion and chaos. Look at what y'all are doing.
These modern women don't mind it. They really don't. They'll say out of their mouths, well, I'm not going to get married, but let me find a man that looks how I like it, looks how I want him to look, and we'll have a child. I'll get rid of him, and I'll just raise a child of my own. I just want my child to look good. They done sunk so low.
She said, I don't even know that guy. So y'all are out here sleeping with guys raw that you don't even know. And lo and behold, at home, you have the epitome of the type of man that a lot of women would die for. It's just really tragic. And like I said, a lot of these chicks, they will take that type of guy for granted because they assume that, yeah, he's going to go for whatever. And I'm going to say this, and this could be a little bit controversial, but I think it's worth highlighting as well. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. A lot of these chicks are so comfortable.
Acting a fool.
They're so sure that their good man at home, that good guy at home, is going to deal with whatever trouble she brings his way, that they will purposefully go out of their ways to do certain things that they know they should not be doing, all because they have it in the back of their minds that, hey, if all this fails, like, he's not going to leave me.
Y'all remember that video of that woman who, I think her, when they first got together, her husband mentioned something like, if you cheat, tell me straight away. I don't know if he said he'd forgive her, but he said there's a possibility that he might give her a second chance or something like that. And one night just like she is talking about right there, she went to a work party and she got drunk, and one thing, exact same story, one thing led to another, and I just found myself in his bed. Came back and she said to him, well, you remember that story that I told you, that well, you remember that conversation that we had about, you know, if I went out and did this, then you'd forgive me? And she said, yeah. And he said, yeah. I said, well, I kind of did that. And she went through the whole spiel. And he said, we're done. Oh, man, you lied to me. I just feel like you manipulated me. And had you told me that you was going to do this in the first place, I wouldn't have stepped out on you. I wouldn't have had an affair. I wouldn't have cheated. Like, stupid. You shouldn't have been doing that anyway. Like, how are you manipulated? You went out there, you acted a fool, and you received the consequences of acting a fool. They feel very comfortable acting stupid, thinking that the man's going to take him back, finding out you're about to get kicked out for acting stupid.
Let me put it to y'all like this. Certain women, knowing the type of man that they have at home, they would not dare place themselves in certain environments and situations. If I know that my man does not play around, if I know that my man is not going to go for a certain thing, I'm not even going to be around, be involved, be in close proximity to certain things that I know that he would disapprove of. Mm-hmm. But see, a lot of these type of chicks that are dealing with, you know, guys that they feel like they can get over on, they don't really care. They're not thinking about, you know, what could go wrong, or if things do go wrong, that he will actually leave. They don't view that man like that. They view that man as, oh, well, he's a pushover, or, oh, he'll forgive me, he loves me, and so, yeah, it don't matter what I do. I don't have to think twice about putting myself in compromising positions. You have women out there like that because they take good men for granted. They really do. But ladies, what do I always tell y'all? I tell y'all all the time, we are dealing with a new breed of men. This new breed of men, they're not going for this. This is over the top. This is crazy that she's even presenting such a scenario to him in the first place. Like, yeah, I'm pregnant by another guy. He was kissing on me. I got wet, got pregnant. And, you know, you can pretend to be the real daddy and we'll never tell the baby the truth. Like, what?
Stupid.
Like, what would even possess you to believe that that was okay? But again, that speaks volumes about how she really views this man. She really thought that he would let that ride, and he didn't.
These modern women are thinking that I'm going to get a good guy. I'm going to act a fool. I'm going to go out here and continue doing what I'm doing. I'm going to move like I'm single, and he's still going to be there because that's the type of man that he is. He's got integrity. And it's funny to me that these modern women think that they can go out and get a man with money that's going to do this. He only got eyes for me, but I got eyes for plenty other dudes. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen from these modern women. They think that they're going to go out there, talk to anybody. Oh, my man is secure. I can wear anything that I want. Flaunt, advertise themselves, have a man. It's not enough for these modern women just to have a man looking at them. They want another man touching on them. They want another man grabbing all up on them, grinding and pushing all up on them. Oh, you know, he was just flirting. He don't mean, I know I got a man at home, girl. He makes good money. He's a provider too. And you acting stupid. You acting crazy. And some of these modern women have kids at home. They have kids at whole families, 2 and 3 kids at home. Left them with a nanny. Huh? Left them with a private and personal chef. They cook for their kids. Left the husband there to cook for their kids while they got men rubbing all up on them. Man, that's the very reason that men are walking away, because you can't trust women like this. You just can't. To not apologize, really sincerely apologize for what she did, but to think about, well, you know, how am I going to survive? Why is a man? This shows that a man's feelings are not validated. A man's feelings don't matter. I want a man that's emotionally available, a man that knows how to effectively communicate. Your communication was trash. You was describing things and saying things that you should not have, emotionally unavailable, and you want him to be emotionally available to you, then you went out there and slept with somebody else. You can't even keep your emotions to yourself and give them to the right person. Emotionally stable, emotionally intelligent, but you let your emotions run amok. You let your emotions run wild, and you expect him to be disciplined. That's the problem that men have. You expect a man to do everything that you're not going to do. And then not only are you going to do it, you're not going to do it in secret, you're going to do it in public. You're going to do it in public. You're going to be out there acting a fool, get online, and then embarrass him. And then say, now, take care of all this. You remember the wedding vows, for better or for worse. Now take care of all this. Stay with me through all this. But let a man not even do half that. You ready to walk out the door as soon as he opens his lips to tell you he's sorry for making a mistake. Oh, I didn't take out the trash when you asked me to. I'm sorry. Oh, that's grounds to leave, because if it's the trash this time, tomorrow you're not gonna walk the dog. And what's it gonna be after that? Tomorrow it's gonna be that you didn't feed the cat. You didn't plant my favorite apple tree where I asked you to plant it. I gotta get up out of here. I just wasn't happy. Stupid stuff. But anyway, that's just my opinion. To the next video, I'm out.